Welcome back to Dolor Factor Live. We're talking about ensuring that you understand how important exercise is and also nutrition. All right, we're going to be touching on these things as we go along in the show. Now, the difference between getting healthy and becoming a statistic is that you should increase your activity level gradually, maybe by 20% a week, all right? So we're not expecting you to just get up tonight and everything goes. Just try and make a conscious effort to do just that little bit more every day. And my guest tonight, we're going to help you. We're going to try to motivate you to make a start. But before we do that, I know you want to know that the people we have here are qualified to do so, and you know that is an expectation that you know that we're going to deliver to you. So Pam here is our expert in terms. Sorry, I keep saying Pam. I don't know why I keep calling you Pam. You know why?
I've changed my name.
Sorry, no. You know why I call you Pam? Because I think you're so jovial and so and she reminds me of someone I knew in England who looked similar as Pam and very jovial and very. So Mary, I apologise.
That's okay. That's fine. As long as
she was a lovely lady, always full of energy, and so are you.
Yes,
so I apologise.
Yeah. Don't apologise if I remind you of Pam.
No, she was a very good influence on my life, and there are a lot of people who she touched. So Mary,
right?
Tell us about you, please.
Well, I was born in St. Lucia. I was born in Dennery.
Yay!
If anybody knows, we're right by the cemetery. Dennery village itself.
That's where my grandmother is.
Yeah. I left St. Lucia at the 1964. I was 8 years old when I left St. Lucia. So, you know, those of you who know your maths.
Do the maths. Oh my gosh.
So those of you, you know your maths, you know, I'm not a spring chicken. I spent 50 years in London, in England. I did all my education in England. I worked for an oil company for 26 years, and while I was working with the oil company, I also worked for health centres. I was a freelance fitness instructor for health centres in London. I came back to St. Lucia, and I just wanted to put something back. And with regards to the high blood pressure and diabetics, I decided to do some work with the girls in Millet. So I travel 3 days a week to Millet, give my time to them, and also I now work 1 day a week, which is all voluntary. It's non-profit. I don't get money from that. It's non-profit. I can't even say the word.
Profit making.
No profit making. And all the monies on a Tuesday go to the women's group, and that helps the children with their breakfast. It goes back into the kitty to help
the women so commendable. When you said this to me, I just thought, it's just wonderful.
It's single parent
wonderful.
For the women's ministry. And 1 day a week, and that's Tuesday, and that's in the courtroom in Grosile. We just take all their furnitures to one side, and at the moment we've got 10 people, but I can see it growing more, so we may need a bigger venue. So you know,
well, anyone, I mean, you're doing it for a worthwhile cause. Yes. What actually happens when you have your ladies at Millet and when you have your girls at Grosile? Are they two different patterns?
Yeah, they're two different groups. I've been with the ladies in Millet for quite a while now, so it's over 2 years. I've been with the ladies in Millet
doing
fitness aerobics classes. But when I say aerobics, because I do 3 days. I do aerobics on a Monday with them. I do circuit training on a Wednesday, and I do BLT, which is bums, legs and tums. So they get a feel for all different major muscle groups, and they get a really good cardio workout. At the moment, the group I have in Grosile, they what you call back to basic group. These are a group of women from all ages that haven't done exercise or haven't been doing exercises. So I've gone right back to basic, and eventually I will bring them to a level where they will be at a level they feel comfortable at and be healthy.
How did you get from being in the corporate world to going into fitness? Not that fitness is not corporate, but it's two different sectors.
Well, when I was must be about 28, I had a failed marriage, and a lot of stress that building in. And as you know, when you hold on to a lot of stress, your body, you hold on to a lot of fat. I found that I was putting on a weight and I couldn't lose it. And the only way I could get rid of my high stress level and to get myself back to where I was to actually go to classes, go to fitness classes. And then I realized that I really, really loved it. So I went in and did an exam, sat my RSA exercise to music, which I passed, and got my certificates, and then I went on from there, taking different levels, YMCA certificates on different, and then I went from there. So I was working 9 to 5 in the office in the corporate world, and then from 6 till 8 I was in the leisure centres, and I find that helped me a lot mentally and physically with regards to coping with life, because I had 2 children. I had my first daughter, I was 18 when I had my daughter, she's now 41, and I had my son at 22, and with a failed marriage, being a single parent, the stress level was so much that I had to do something about it, and I was gaining a lot of weight, and my health.
But why would you say that was you were gaining weight for stress levels? I mean, it could have been comfort eating, things like that. Happen.
Well, again, you comfort it. I ate a lot more,
right?
And I stopped eating, but I checked on my diet, and I think, oh God, I've cut down on this and I've cut down on that, but I'm not losing the weight. And then I realized once I started to exercise and my stress level started to slow down, go down, I was losing the weight. So I put it all down to the fact that my weight gain was due, not all of it, I think part of it was due to stress.
Well, you know, that's something I want to talk about later, because I've heard so many times that stress can aid you putting on weight and keeping the weight. You can't get it off. And I don't, is it good stress or bad stress? I really don't know. I don't understand how stress can do that to you. But anyway, thank you for a little insight into, into your life, Mary. Beth, tell us a little about you.
Okay, I'm Beth. I was born in St. Lucia, Dennery, like Mary.
Another Dennery girl.
Yes, yes. My parents, my dad was Barbadian and my mum's St. Lucian. My mum's still alive. She lives in the UK. I left St. Lucia when I was 9 years old to live in the UK.
And you had to come back to St. Lucia, right?
And I had to come back to St. Lucia. I've been here now for 2 years. Yeah.
So you're recently back home then?
Yes,
what took
January.
you so long?
Family life. I've got children. I've got 3 children. I was a grandmother in January for the first time. Thank you. Yes.
Wow.
And I've done exercise for a long time, on and off.
Why? Why do you exercise?
It's to keep fit and healthy. Yeah.
Okay. And is there a particular type of exercise that you like doing?
I do like all type of exercise, to be honest. Also, at school, I also did athletics.
Oh wow!
I was an athlete. Yeah.
Okay.
So we used to go. We used to go through Sorry, can I start?
Yeah, so, no, I mean, you were in the heart of, in Dennery. I think Dennery was one of the first villages to be quite. I remember driving past by the school, and there was always a football match. There was always running.
Always something,
there's always something going on in Dennery.
And I think also growing up in Dennery as a child, from where I lived to the school, it was like 2.5 miles. So I used to walk to school.
Well, a lot of us did do that.
A lot of people did,
and that's why I don't understand. Let's say in the 70s when I was schooling here. We didn't have all these transport buses. I see the children have now. The children just leave the classroom, get into a bus, and they go to town. We had to walk down that stretch. And in my case, and a lot of us, I used to walk down the stretch, meet my brother, because my brother used to go to St. Mary's College. I'd meet him at VG, and then we would walk home, and home was Bocage. So from CCSS, walk to VG, walk through town, and walk to up Waterwork Road and Bocage. We used to do that, and that was a way of keeping fit. And but we didn't truly respect that or understand that at the time. Just, oh my God, that long walk, But you started
But
very early.
I didn't have to that long walk as Beth, because I only had to cross on the other side to go to school.
Well, I understand why she has an interest in health then. But thank you for that. We're going to go to a break. But when we come back, we have something really interesting for you. So make sure you stay with us. See you soon.